That's gonna leave a mark, Taylor.
That's undisputed because I'm undisputed. Let's head over to Royal Rumble recaps.
What did you think of the pay-per-view? What stood out?
So, again, since I went out for my boy's birthday, I didn't really catch the singles matches because I didn't really care for them because I already knew who was going to win. So, I skipped those purposely and just watched the Rumble matches. First of all, I was right. Men's match did close out. And the women's match, the women's Royal Rumble, it was cool. I was disappointed at first when I didn't see Sasha because I didn't know,
You were disappointed.
what happened until later on. Like, she's still injured. I didn't even know she was injured in the first place. But, yeah, so she wasn't cleared for that. Bianca Belair was dominant. She showed out. She held it down for NXT and women in general, showing her power, women of color especially.
Women of color.
And then,
Facts.
Shayna Baszler, that was a nice surprise at 30.
I mean, was it a surprise?
I mean, I kind of forgot about her because it was 30. I'm like, all right, this has to be Sasha. Kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, it has to be Sasha. Because, again, I didn't hear any rumors that she was hurt. I've been out all day, so I haven't really been on my phone.
I mean, I don't think anyone heard any. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so, and I'm like, all right. So when I hear Shayna's music, I was popped a little bit, but I was sad. Like, what happened to Sasha?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a 31 surprise? Are we going to 40? Like, nobody tell us? Like, but, and then Shayna came out, she was very dominant until she ran into Charlotte. Same thing with Bianca, which made me very upset. What about you?
I mean, if you definitely get a chance, you should actually watch the single matches because they were pretty good. Like, when in hindsight, Royal Rumble wasn't a bad pay-per-view. I was just very, very disappointed because, I mean, ultimately, I went out there, right, because it's our favorite's birthday,
Right.
and just kind of with like mindset, like, yo, she has to win, right? There's no way. I mean, even though we had it like we planned, like we figured like Shayna might win,
Right.
Ronda might show out, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, it writes itself.
Right.
It's a birthday. You're gearing up for that's quote
But you
unquote.
said you was going to hype yourself up.
But I didn't hype myself up.
Okay.
I didn't. That's why it wasn't like.
Deflating for you.
No, it was deflating that she didn't even. Because at least I was like, yo, she's going to be there.
Right.
But then not to see her not be there. Like, me and my friends, we were just like.
She was even,
For like the 2 matches afterwards, we were silent. Like, I was very uninterested at that point because that killed it for me.
Right.
But besides that, like you said, Bianca, I was very proud of Bianca Belair and Naomi. I screamed for Naomi. Yep. She looked amazing. It was just, and then not only that she looked amazing, but she did amazing. Just like the different
she didn't
spots.
miss a step.
This is what I'm saying. Like the argument that I always have, like we keep saying that so-and-so is athletic. Naomi is gifted and athletic as hell. But, that's not necessarily shined upon because, like, let's keep it 100. She's a woman of color. But I was definitely proud of her, how she showed out. Bianca she has an it factor.
Yeah.
I think, and we've talked about it in the past in regards to Bianca, like, kind of freezing up in the moment. Like, because when she had those couple of takeover matches, I don't think she necessarily seized the moment.
Right.
But for here, she showed us why we're such big fans. Like she's charismatic. She showed personality. She showed her strength. That she's gifted in the ring. I was very, very proud of her showing.
She showed a little nervousness in the beginning, but then
I think it's
you see it.
And I think
but
that's
she calmed
anybody.
down. I was glad that she calmed down.
I think that's anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like your big first showing, and she showed out. I was very, very. Not only was I disappointed Sasha didn't show up, but I was very disappointed again. Like typical WWE, you wasted a spot on Santina Marella.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was funny.
I didn't either. It was a waste.
It was a waste of time. Cool, whatever. They had that little moment with her and Beth Phoenix, but there's women back there that are probably ready to go.
They were. They were supposed to be Victoria and they're supposed to be Lita. That's supposed to come out, but they didn't come out because the fans took pictures of their entrance videos from the stadium, and he's like, "Oh, we don't. Since they were spoiled, them surprises spoiled. We don't want to use it anymore."
But you know what? Another thing that was spoiled was I forgot earlier in that day. I was talking to shout out to Kevin, and he was on Instagram, and he saw that the last 4 was supposed to be Beth Phoenix, Natalya, Shayna, and Charlotte, and we were like, that doesn't make any type of sense. Right. Sure enough, that was the final 4. So a lot of things essentially got leaked. I guess I'll circle back to the Charlotte win in a second. The men's Royal Rumble was cool. Very happy for Drew. He had a nice showing. Keith Lee looked good.
They made the Brock thing work, in my opinion.
It did, because at first, but even besides Drew like eliminating Brock,
just how he interacted with each one.
Yeah, and the fans were like, we were all like, ugh.
He about to eliminate everybody.
we were just all like over it, but still invested. So I think they did a good job. I was afraid that they wasn't, but they did. We gotta talk about Edge. And the thing is, like I said, I was already like over it because of the previous. Exactly. So when I hear, "You think you know me," and we was like, oh. Yeah. Like when I don't remember the last time I've like literally like popped.
Yeah.
I popped. And then where we were seated, the entrances were like right there. So I saw that man come out and you see him looking around, and then the smoke and the pyro. That was just an awesome moment. It's like it's something that you'll look back years from now and you remember like, where were you when Edge returned type thing. So that was super
and the crazy thing about that is he kind of like double trolled us, because he showed us a picture of him packing his gear, and everybody's like, nah, he's trolling us like he usually does.
And I remember when I had posted and someone said that he resigned, and he was saying, oh no, that's absolutely not true, blah blah blah. But yeah, that was a super dope moment. And I'm happy with who won for the men's. I had chose Roman. I wouldn't have been mad, obviously, but I'm happy for Drew. Yeah. We've been saying this since last year, or at least I have. Like,
no, I was there.
You were saying he wasn't ready.
I said not yet. This is the moment now. This was a good moment. At that moment right then, I was like, not right now. Let it build up. Like it is now.
No, but there was nothing. There was no build up. There was no build. You can't say there was a build up to Drew.
No, I'm not saying there's a build up to Drew. What I meant is let it flow. Like it was a nice giving it to him right then and there, and he would have won the Rumble. It would have never felt the same way.
Yes, but had it would have been the same thing. Honestly, the year before.
No, because it was towards SummerSlam, and that's what I was saying. Like I was like, if he's ready, it was towards SummerSlam. This is why I said it would have been better for him to do it at WrestleMania.
Right, but we had this conversation right before Roman got sick, and we were discussing, and I'm like, why can't Drew have his moment? And then SummerSlam, that was what? Roman got sick around October of 2018.
No, you talking about for WrestleMania for last year.
Exactly. It still would have worked then had they used him properly. It wasn't that it wasn't ready, because nothing really has changed with Drew. Automatically, it was January, and then all of a sudden now Drew's a face, and now he's having a little push. Right. So nothing's really has changed in regards to Drew and him being ready.
Maybe I'm more comfortable with like the position he is in now with the Raw roster the way it is.
I don't know. I just think the way they I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he wasn't ready. I just think the way that they had him like in the background, whether they didn't know if they want him to be a tag team with Dolph, they wanted him to be in the forefront, they wanted him to be Shane's bodyguard. They just didn't know what they were doing. You know what I mean? So I felt like there was this direction that they weren't too sure of with him. I'm glad that they finally decided to pull the trigger. So I'm happy with that choice.
I'm kind of, the only thing with the Men's Royal Rumble that I wasn't happy about is like a few people that were just left out that I was like figuring that they would be in there. Like Sheamus. What happened to Sheamus? Ali was left out. What happened with Bobby Lashley? What happened with Rusev? Like a lot of powerhouses that could have had great moments with Brock if they really wanted to. You left out for what?
Yeah. I agree, but all in all,
NXT only had Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, right?
I believe so, yeah. But besides that, circling back to the women's winner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know what else to say in that sense. I know we'll discuss it a little bit later in regards to who she may potentially face, but it's just, again, so now Charlotte's a Royal Rumble winner, right? She's going on to WrestleMania. After this, where does Charlotte go from here? At this point, you're exhausting everything out of her, that there's nothing for us to, in a year from now, not even from a year from now, months from now, to be like, yo, I'm excited for this Charlotte matchup with someone, or what, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you literally throw everything at her.
Right.
And now, in hindsight, I feel like Sasha was gonna win.
And if that's the case, and like I said last episode, if Sasha didn't win, I wasn't gonna watch anymore. They saved themselves because she was unable to even enter the competition. Cool, you get a pass. Shayna should have been your next winner. The way she came in hot, the way she came in eliminating people off the bat, they made sure not to let her overshadow Bianca Belair's record at the same moment. That was very smart. For her to do all of that fresh and then lose to Charlotte, that was somebody that carried your NXT brand for like 2 years.
And not only that, and it's like, yo, Becky, Bayley, Sasha, Naomi, Carmella, they all had their all had to go to the women's battle royal in Mania at one point, right?
Right.
How come that couldn't have been Charlotte?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you just had to give her another moment.
Like, she's going to main event again.
Well, I don't know if she's main eventing.
She's going to be one of the main events.
I don't think she'll be one of the main events, but I could be wrong. But my point is, it wasn't needed. And then I was having a conversation with someone about, like, well, Charlotte's big time. She's going to give you big moments. And I'm like, is she going to give you big moments? Because I'm actually afraid. We'll discuss it later on, in regards to, for certain people, is she going to help put them over? You know what I mean? Again, this is not I'm bashing Charlotte.
It's just the writing behind it.
Yes, she didn't have to win right now. That's the point. Give it. Sometimes Charlotte can be in the background.
It's okay.
It's okay. Get a year or two later, you want to, all hands on deck. Cool, but give people. She got booed.
Yeah, like again, Shayna came at 30 and eliminated 6 people, fresh, ASAP.
Bianca eliminated 8. Granted, we knew that wasn't going to be the case, but
everybody wanted Shayna versus Becky. If you're gonna do it like that way.
I want to say everybody wanted, but this is what we were assuming.
It's a good storyline case. Okay.
And it was set up. I mean, but it's not that Becky and Shayna is not going to happen. It's just that
this would have been the perfect moment.
You decided to give Charlotte another accolade to her career. Whatever. I wasn't happy with the decision.
Nobody was. That took me out. I was like, what? Again? I'm like, yo.
I really didn't think she was going to. I really didn't
think
she was
so either until it was the last 2. I'm like, yo.
Silly me for being mad naive.
I'm like,
but
yo.
Congratulations to her, man. Like,
I'm like, yo. For real, though. Like, so the moment I seen Natalya, I knew she was going to win. Beth Phoenix, I knew she was going to win. I'm like, all right.
She got messed up.
Yeah, her head got... I didn't even see when it happened. I just see mad. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, we were like, why is her hair?
Red.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so I'm like, yo, Shayna. Charlotte falls off again. This would have been perfect for her to have her downward spiral, find myself moment. I lost Royal Rumble twice back to back as with the final 2. It would have been perfectly written for her. But instead, y'all gave it to her. Like, I'll tell you. These people, man.
Mm-hmm.